I want to show you how to use Padlet in your classroom. The first time we used Padlet in my first grade classroom, we did something simple and the kids just told me their favorite thing about first grade. Another time we used it, we read a fable, The Boy Who Cried Wolf, and they had to respond on a Padlet wall and tell me what the moral of the story is. Another time we used it simply to make a fun thing for our librarian. It was Library Appreciation Week and the kids all said something, and it was simple. We just sent her, I emailed the link to her, and she can keep it forever. It'll always be there. Okay, how to make a Padlet. You simply go to Padlet.com. You don't have to have an account. There are more options if you create an account, but to get started, let's just do it without an account. So your wall is pretty simple when it starts out. You can go here to customize your wall. Click Modify Wall, and you can choose any of these icons, depending kind of on what you're doing here. The title of my wall might be something, what are your weekend plans? And then you can type some instructions. Tell me one thing you are doing this weekend. Okay, and that'll just be at the top of your wall. Then you can come here and go to your wallpaper, and you can change the background. Let's see, for weekend, you can kind of go with theme. You can do sand or something like that. Let's go with clouds for weekend plans. Okay, you can also change the layout. Let me kind of show you what the layout is. So if a student comes to the wall, and they can do this from their own device, let's say, we are going to see a movie. Another student might say, type their name up here. We are going to visit my uncle. Okay, so here's where you can see how the layout can change. Freeform is how it starts out. You can change it to stream, so that's kind of in a more organized fashion. We've always done freeform in my classroom. Not only can students add text, but they can also, let's see if I click edit, they can also add pictures. So let's say a student was going to go see, I don't know, Batman. Let's see. Copy image of dress, and then actually if we're going to upload it as a link, paste the address, and then that image will show up. You can also take any image that is saved on your device, your computer, your laptop, or your iPad, or whatever you have there. They don't have to have a link. Also in this Padlet we created, they just took pictures of themselves. They took a few selfies to add. Okay, something else you can do for your wall is change the privacy settings. The way it's set now is anyone who has this link can access it, and it says, says they can view it. You can also change it to where it can write. There's a couple times I've posted a Padlet on our class blog, and parents have been able to click the link and come in and edit things. You don't always want that to happen, so you can also make your password protected, but make sure you change it to, if you're wanting your students to write, they can write. If you change it to moderate, then they would be able to, for instance, come over and delete things. And you don't really probably want them to do that. You can also make it private. Notifications, you have to have an account for that, but if you have an account, you can log in, and anytime a wall is edited, then you would be able to see, it would notify you and let you know. You can also, if you have an account, you can change your link to where it's a little bit easier to access. It would be padlet.com/, your username or whatever you choose to make it, and you can edit that there in those preferences. Now, the last thing that you usually do with your wall is you share it. You can share it as an image, a PDF, an Excel file, almost anything. You can also email the Padlet to somebody. If you do have a blog, you can copy this embed code and it'll go straight. You can put it on your blog, and then your students could then go to your blog and click on that image, and it would go straight to the Padlet. Another way that my students love visiting a Padlet is by the QR code. So there's lots of different ways to use Padlet. There's different ways to share it. It's just a fun thing to use in the classroom. The students love it. And as the students are inputting their answers or their responses, they can see each other's responses on their device. It is in real time. It updates automatically. So here's just a few fun ways to use Padlet in your classroom. I hope you enjoy it.